Hello, my name is Taylor, and today I will be guiding you through a 60-minute vinyasa focusing on balance. If you have blocks, you may want to have them nearby. I'm going to begin with a block underneath the sit bones just to make a little bit more room for some grounding breath. We're going to begin in Sukhasana, or a seated position. Whatever position is most comfortable for you. Hands can come to knees, lap, or to heart center. We're going to begin by grounding into our bodies with some breath work. I want to invite you to close the eyes or soften the gaze. And to begin, we're just going to sit with our natural breath, not changing anything, just noticing where we're at here and now. Begin to ponder, what does balance mean to you? It could be physical, it could be mental, whatever you want to bring into balance into your life. And I'd like to invite you to adopt a mantra during this practice of I am balanced, or I am centered. Or if there is another mantra you would prefer to take today, go ahead and have that in your mind. Now, with your mantra in mind, we're going to begin to deepen the inhales. So feeling the low belly, the abdomen, all the way to the collarbone. And once you reach the top of your breath, pause for just a moment. Open the mouth and exhale. We're going to take another breath just like that. Inhale. Pause at the very top. Open the mouth and release. One more breath just like that. Inhale, filling up all the way. Pause. And exhale. If you have your eyes closed, you may now blink them open. If you are sitting on a block or blanket, go ahead and move those to the side. And we're going to come to another seated position, but with our legs out in front. We're going to begin with a seated tree position. So we're going to take the right foot and bring it to the inside of the left thigh. We're going to frame the left leg, and on your inhale, we will rise, arms to the sky, and on the exhale, fold over the left leg. Hands can come to shin, foot, or the mat. And ensure that you are keeping integrity in the spine. We don't want to roll over the leg. We're just trying to fold into with a straight back, the straight spine. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to rise up. We're going to find a cow face position. So Right leg will stay bent. Left leg will come over right leg for cow face. If cow face is not in your practice or is not accessible for you today, you may take Sukhasana. Just ensure that the right leg is on the inside and the left leg is on the outside. We're going to take a twist in our cow face, and if you're taking Sukhasana, you can also take this twist as well. So in our cow face, we're going to plant the left hand behind us. Inhale the right arm up. And on the exhale, we're going to twist to the left, using the right elbow to leverage against the left knee. Gaze can go over the left shoulder. And with every inhale, grow taller through the crown of the head. And every exhale, twist a little bit deeper. On your next exhale, release your twist and counter twist to the right. Release. From here, we're going to find our way to double pigeon or fire log pose. So right leg is on the bottom, left leg is on top. And you just want to ensure that your legs, your shins are parallel to one another. If you have any space between the knee and the foot, you can always use a block underneath to support. If this is enough sensation here, you may stay. If you would like to deepen, on your next inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. And on your exhale, fold into your fire log. Just breathing here. Your next inhale, we're going to roll back up. Release the feet. And just give it a nice squiggle. Notice any differences between the left and right hip. Now we're going to take the left foot to the right thigh. Go ahead and frame the right leg. On your next inhale, we're going to rise. And on your exhale, fold. Hands come to shin, foot, or the earth. Making sure that we keep integrity in the spine. Next inhale, we'll roll back up. We'll find cow face here, or Sukhasana on the other side. So left leg is on the bottom, right leg is on the top. If you are taking Sukhasana, left leg would be on the inside, right leg will be on the outside. We will plant the right hand behind us, lift the left arm on your inhale, and on your exhale, twist to the right. Gaze can go over the right shoulder. Every inhale, you grow taller, and every exhale, we fold a little, we twist a little bit deeper. In your next exhale, we're going to release and twist to the left. From here, we will find our double pigeon or fire log pose. Left shin on the bottom, right shin on top. If this is enough sensation, stay here. If you would like to deepen, on your next inhale, rise through the, grow through the top of the head, the crown of the head, and fold into your fire log. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to the top. We're going to release the legs, give them a nice wiggle and shake. From here, we are going to tuck the feet and roll over to find a tabletop position. Ensure that the hands are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. We're going to find a cat-cow child's pose flow here. On the inhale, we're going to drop the navel for cow. On the exhale, we're going to roll and bringing the navel up, pushing the mat away for cat. And sink the sit bones back for a modified child's pose. Inhale, roll back up to cow. Exhale, round for cat, and floating the hips back for child's pose. Inhale, roll up for cow. Exhale, round through the spine, and float back for child's pose. We're going to take this flow 3 more times to your own breath. When you're done with your final round, we're going to meet in child's pose. Widen the knees and sink down for child's pose. If your head comes to the mat, go ahead and give your forehead a little massage, moving left to right. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat, and on the exhale, you're going to walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. Left hand is going to come on top of the right hand. Pull the left hip back in space to ensure that you're stretching into the left side body. On the next inhale, walk your hands back through center. And on the exhale, walk the hands over to the left. Right grounds on top of left hand. Pull the right hip back in space for a nice right side body stretch. On the next inhale, walk your hands back through center. And take child's pose 1 more time. On the next inhale, we're going to float back to tabletop. going to extend the right leg out and back. Toes come to the earth. And just rock and roll on the right toes for a couple of seconds. On the next inhale, raise the right leg up. On your next inhale, raise the left arm out in front, extended. And just find your balance here. Find your strength in your core. On your next inhale, left elbow is going to come to meet the right knee. So exhale, pull in to touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in to touch. Inhale, extend. We're going to find that 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take the left arm back to grab the right leg, push, kick that right foot into the left hand. Find your balance. Now without slingshotting, we're going to bring the left hand back to the mat and the right knee back to meet the left. Just wiggle out your hips. Extend the right leg back. And on your exhale, we're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. So exhale, right knee to right elbow. Extend. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. We're going to find this 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes to meet left knee. Give a nice wiggle. Left foot extends back behind, toes meet the earth. We're going to rock and roll on those toes, stretching into that calf muscle. And eventually finding stillness and raising that extended left leg up and back, finding your balance. On your next inhale, we're going to extend the right arm. Find your balance here. On your next exhale, right elbow is going to meet left knee. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extend. We're going to find this 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep an extension. We're going to bend into the left leg. Right arm comes back to catch that left foot. Kick into that right hand. Without slingshotting, right arm comes to the mat, left knee comes back to meet right knee. Give a nice wiggle. Left leg is going to come back in extension, and left knee is going to come to meet left elbow on your next exhale. We're going to find this 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. And give a nice wiggle. If you need to find child's pose, go ahead and do that now. Now in your tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes. And we're going to begin to sit back onto our toes. If you have enough sensation here, stay here. The more that you walk your hands back to your knees and sit up, the more sensation you're going to feel in your toes. This is called screaming toes. It can be a little uncomfortable. If you want to find more space, you can always put your knees on a block. And it just gives the same sensation, but just not as much. So we're going to stay in our screaming toes for a moment, just sitting with that discomfort, breathing through it. You can come out whenever you need to. This is your practice. You get to decide. Remember your mantra that you said at the beginning of this practice. We're going to bring the hands back to the mat, untuck the toes, and tap out the tops of the feet. We're going to tuck the toes again and push up for downward dog. Go ahead and pedal out your downward dog. And sway side to side, pedal out. Widen your stance, shorten your stance. And eventually we'll find stillness in our down dog. On the next inhale, look to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, we're going to step our way to the top of the mat. Stay here in your your forward fold. Opposite arms can grab opposite elbows. Oh my goodness. Or ragdoll. Just taking a moment here in our forward fold. Keep a little bend in the knees for a better stretch in the low back. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up for tadasana. Hands at prayer, and bring through heart center. And remind yourself of your mantra here, I am balanced. I'd like to invite you to remember your mantra every time we come to tadasana at the top of our mat. Your next inhale, we're going to rise, arms all the way up above. Exhale, swan dive. Down for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place your hands on the mat. Inhale, step back for plank. You can always drop your knees. Exhale, chaturanga or lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to stay in our downward dog for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. On your exhale, step, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to mat for plank. Exhale, lower down or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Here for 3 more breaths. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step, hop, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise for tadasana. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands come to mat. Inhale for plank. Exhale for chaturanga or lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Here for 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to extend the right leg back behind. And on the exhale, we're going to bring it through to the top of the mat. Drop the left knee to the mat and rise for a low lunge. Hands can be to the sky or to the knee. On your next exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the mat. Here you may want your blocks. And I'm going to move my right leg up in space a bit to make room for half splits. And we're going to flow through our low lunge and half splits through your own breath. So inhale, exhale, just moving with your own breath here. Eventually, find stillness in your half splits. And try to keep the integrity in your spine. Don't round through the back. Try to keep a straight line in the spine. Toes should be pointing up towards the face or the sky. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the bend back to the right. right knee. Hands can come to the mat, blocks to the side. Gonna tuck the left toes and raise the left knee. We're gonna ground the left hand to the earth and inhale the right arm up to the sky to find a modified dragonfly. Right arm comes back to the mat. We're going from here to turn left to find the long left side of the mat for a forward fold. We're going to ground the left hand and inhale the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right arm comes to meet the left ankle. And allow for the head to hang heavy here. Release, ground the right hand to the mat and inhale the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes to meet the right ankle and let the head hang heavy. Release. We're going to do skandasana to the back of the mat. So right leg straight, toes pointing up to the sky. Hands can come to the mat or be at heart center. Right foot comes back to the mat, toes ground. We're going to walk our hands back to the top of the mat. The right foot, I'm going to heel toe to the outside of the mat. Ground your hands. We're going to take the left foot and bring it to meet the right, but outside the mat. From here, we're going to find malasana or garland pose, yogi squat. If you need extra support, you can always put a block underneath the sit bones. Go ahead and work into those hips, going left to right, to really get in to your malasana. Eventually finding stillness, dropping the sit bones, hands to heart center, growing tall to the crown of the head. Reminding yourself of your mantra. Hands come to the mat. We're going to inhale the sit bones up, heel toe the toes back together. And from here, you may take a vinyasa or meet in down dog. Now from our down dog, we're going to move into the left side. So inhale, extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through to the top. We're going to drop the right knee to the mat and rise for low lunge. Exhale, hands come to earth. Go ahead and grab your blocks if you have them. And we're gonna move through low lunge and half splits, and we'll move that left foot up in space a bit to make more room for half splits. And just to your own breath, moving through low lunge and half splits. Eventually finding stillness in our half splits, keeping integrity in your spine. On the next inhale, bring the bend back to the left knees. Place your blocks to the side. Hands come to the earth. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. We're going to ground the right hand and inhale the left hand up to the sky for a modified dragonfly. Left hand comes back to the earth. We're going to turn to the right to face the long right side of the mat. Forward fold here. We're going to ground the left hand, inhale the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, right hand meets the left ankle. Head is heavy here. Option to stay here, option to take that left hand up to the sky. Hand can stay at the sky or come to the low back. Release. Ground the right hand, inhale the left hand up and back. Exhale, left hand meets right ankle. Option to stay here or to inhale the right hand up. Again, can stay up into the sky or come to the low back. Release. Take a moment in your forward fold. And we're going to move to Skandasana to the back of the mat. Left leg is straight, toes pointing to the sky. Left toes come back to meet the mat. We're going to walk our hands up to the top of the mat. I'm going to heel toe my left foot to the left outer edge of the mat. Ground your hands. Right foot is going to come to the outside of the right of the mat. And we're going to sit into our Malasana. I always find that once I've been in this pose, it's a little bit easier to get into. So sometimes I don't need the block the second time, but if you still need the block, go for it. Just sitting here, remember your mantra, and breathing. Plant the hands. On your inhale, we're going to raise the sit bones up and back. Take a moment in your forward fold. Inhale all the way up to the tadasana. Hands to heart center. We're going to shift the weight over to the left foot. Inhale the right leg up towards the chest for one-legged tadasana. Find your center, your central point of focus. Remind yourself of your mantra. I am balanced, I am centered. If you fall out, get back in, it's okay. If you notice your right hip may come up in space, go ahead and push it back down so that it meets the left hip, so that we have neutral hips. We're going to take our right ankle to meet the left knee for a standing figure 4. Breathing here. We're going to unwind and bring the right knee back up for one leg tadasana. Straighten the right leg. We're going to hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that right foot. We're going to swing it back to find a warrior 1. So warrior 1, you may need to widen your stance. You may need to shorten your stance. We just want to ensure that the knee never goes over the toes. I want to make sure that this back foot is always at a 45-degree angle. We don't want it to be parallel to the back of the mat. We want it to have an angle there to make room for the hips. So we have our warrior 1. We're going to take an open twist to the left. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, we're going to fold over the left leg and swoop our arms to the back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, airplane your arms, fold forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. And on the exhale, we're going to jump off to find our warrior 3. Now, if you need a wall, a chair, whatever, you take that here. If you fall out, get back in. I'm a little afraid I might go through the screen one day. Keep a little bit of a bend in that left leg. We're going to take the right toes back down and open up for warrior 2. Warrior 2 is typically palms down. I like my palms up to bring some openness in the shoulders. We're going to inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. We're going to find warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down to the ground. And you can find a Vinyasa here or step back for downward dog. You need to take water break, go ahead and do that now. Once you're in your downward dog, we're going to look to the top of the mat, step, hop, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. We're going to shift the weight into the right leg. Inhale the left leg up for one leg tadasana. If you notice that that left hip came up in space, push it back down to meet the right. And just breathing here. Reminding yourself of your mantra. If you fall out, smile and get back into it. Left ankle meets right knee for standing figure 4. Inhale, left knee back to one-legged tadasana. Straighten the left leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that left leg back to find warrior 1. We're going to take a open twist to the right. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower fold. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, sweep and fold. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. And on this next one, we're going to float forward, jump off, and we're going to find warrior 3. Again, if you need a wall or a chair, you can find that. Keep a little bend in that right leg to make sure that we're not causing any injury. And to keep this engaged. We're going to drop the toes back down, the left toes back down to meet the mat. And we're going to open up for warrior 2. Fix your stance if you need to. We're going to reverse our warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale for warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the ground. And we're gonna vinyasa or find down dog. If you need another sip of water, take that here too. If you need child's pose, take child's pose. Remember that this is your practice. We're going to meet in down dog. And we're going to take the right leg back on an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to bring it through to the top Bring the shin to the top of the mat. Slide the left leg back in space for half pigeon. If half pigeon is not in your practice, you may find recline pigeon. So you come to your back, right leg is going to, right ankle is going to come to left knee. If this is enough, you can stay here. If you want to deepen, take a bind behind the left knee and just pull that left knee into the body. And you want to guide the right elbow into the right knee to bring in that hip opener. So that is recline pigeon. If half pigeon is not in your practice or is not accessible to you today. Half pigeon, we're going to stay in our upright pigeon for a moment. Just breathing here. On your next inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. And exhale, fold into your pigeon. Head can come to a block, may come to the hands, or come to the mat. We're going to be here for about a minute. On the next inhale, we're going to plant the hands. Lean into the right hip to make room for the left leg to come to the front of the mat. We're going to bring the right foot to the left thigh for another one seated tree pose. Frame the left leg. Going to rise on our inhale. Exhale, fold over that left leg. And notice if you are able to get a little bit deeper in this pose at the towards the end of this practice. Inhale, roll back to center. We're going to roll over the feet. Find down dog. We're going to inhale the left leg up and back and step it through to find our half pigeon on the left side. If you took recline pigeon, go ahead and switch legs now. We're going to stay in our upright position for a moment longer. Grow tall through the crown of the head. One big inhale. Exhale, let it out and fold into your pigeon. Head to block, hands, or the mat. We're going to be here for about a minute. On your next inhale, we're going to plant the hands, push back up, lean into the left hip, swing your right leg to the front of the mat. Left foot comes to right thigh for seated tree. We're going to frame that right leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Noticing if we're able to fold a little bit deeper into our seated tree. Inhale, roll back to center, release the legs. From here, we're going to find our way towards Shavasana. We're going to take I'm going to give a moment for yogi's choice. So any last pose that you would like to take, it could be bridge, it could be happy baby, it could be legs up the wall, whatever is calling to you right now. I'm going to take a happy baby. So if you would like to take happy baby, hands can come behind the knees, your peace fingers can come to big toes, or hands can come to feet, the outside of the feet. And you can find stillness here, or you can rock side to side in your happy baby. Really pushing the back into the mat. And once you feel content with this pose, you're going to make your way to Shavasana. Any shape that you choose for Shavasana. It doesn't have to look any particular way. So making your way there now. Take the time to let your practice really absorb into the body and grounding yourself before you move on to the next part of your day. The next time you hear my voice, it will be to guide you out of Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness back into the body. maybe wiggling the toes or the fingers, maybe taking a full body stretch. Come to one side of the body and just take a moment here. Eventually pushing your way up to a seated position. And just taking a moment here in gratitude for giving yourself this time to practice and flow. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you.